With you around the campus.
哟，大家好，我是 Jessie 林伟琪。
哟，大家好，我是 Angela 曾明仪。
欢迎收听他 So Trendy， 他很潮。
滴，那个谁出新歌哎？
啊，滴，什么来的？我听不懂哎。
听不懂就听
他 So Trendy， 他很潮。
呀，他 So Trendy， 他很潮又回来了啦！
哟，大家好呀！
那我们每个礼拜呢会照常跟大家 update 时下最潮流、最 trendy 的消息啦。那在我们的 IG 啊、FB 啊都可以看到哦。
对，不管是什么方面的，如果你认为你自己是一个很 trendy、很潮流的人呢，或者你是对那种潮流趋势很感兴趣的，就可以多多留守我们他 So Trendy， 他很潮啦！
对，那这个礼拜我觉得我们的话题哦都非常的新奇。
是诶，都是最近最 hot 的那些话题来的。
对，那我们直接来啦。
来，我们讲这第一个话题，我们要讲的，先跟大家知不知道今天是情人节？
今天情人节吗？今天是几号
？14号诶，黑色情人节，
大家情人节快乐！
哎，情人节快乐，大家！我们讲到情人节，我们就要最浪漫，对不对？
对，
浪漫的话题，我们会想到一个国家。
浪漫之都吗？
对，你觉得
巴
是什么？
黎？
对，就是巴黎。我们今天讲的第一个话题跟巴黎有关哦。大家知不知道啊？其实巴黎它浪漫嘛，对不对？然后那时候不知道大家刷 social media 有没有看到？就其实现在不只是也看我们宣传的那个 story， 应该所以看到不只是我们那个巴黎，不止现在是人哦会生 baby。你们知道巴黎也生 baby 了吗？他们的
巴黎也生 baby 了。
巴黎铁塔生 baby。
哦，巴黎铁塔生 baby。巴黎铁塔生 baby 什么 CHIT-CHA 啊？
不是啦，
怎样？
他们有一个大铁塔嘛，大家众所周知一个大的铁塔
啊，对。
他隔壁哦，在愚人节那天哦，有了一个小的铁塔。对，他这个是其实哦，因为大家知不知道，其实愚人节是法国的一个先开始的一个节日来的。
哦，真的咩？真的不知道哎。
所以哦，他们这是一个冷幽默啦。然后那时候每个人都去经过的时候，就发现诶，怎么巴黎铁塔隔壁多一个小个的东西的？我就想，喂，就是巴黎铁塔还有一个小铁塔出生，它真的是出生哦。为什么我会讲出生呢？因为还有出生证明书。
所以它是真的是一栋东西起起来，
是它真的是起起来，在那个大的铁塔隔壁，还有名字哎！
哇，它叫什么名字？
它的出生证上面写着，它叫 Eiffla， 我不懂有没有念错了，它是叫 Eiffla。Oh
my god， 很 cute
的名字。
OK 啦，妈妈叫 Eiffel， 它叫 Eiffla。
对
，OK， 可以。
然后它是出生于，它有出生时间呢，早上5点25分。
哇哦！
还有身高32米，体重23吨。
好重！
对，你知道为什么我会讲他是孩子吗？因为他出生证明下面还有一句话。My mom is very happy.
Oh my god， 什么来的？什么意思？
他觉得他的妈妈很开心，有了这座小铁塔，他终于不孤单了。
Oh my god，
是不是？
那这个是一家，就是他会永远在那边，还是？
不对，他这个其实是一个叫 Philip Mandron 的一个大艺术家的作品来的。然后其实还没有持续很久啦，他只是会一直到4月10号，就前几天刚刚结束。
所以就是现在已经没有了。
没有啦，它是一个艺术展出品来的。
Oh my god！
可是那时候我看到很多人打卡，尤其很多人去法国巴黎旅游，很多人都讲哇很美很好看，
是很 cute 啦，有2个 twins 的那个 tower 在那边。
对，所以哦，如果大家有刷到这些 post 的话哦，这些限定的 post 也可以告诉我们知道哦。然后第二个话题，第二个话题我们要讲到。不知道大家有没有知道，国内前几天来也是有一个很出名的一个新闻。
前几天啊？
对。Jessie 有想到什么新闻吗？
前几天是那个地震的新闻嘛？
对，那个印度尼西亚那边发生。对，然后过后重点为什么我会觉得地震其实在印度尼西亚发生不是大事嘛？可是为什么我会讲很新奇因为很多人都收到地震通知。
对，我没有啦，我没有收到。
你是用 iOS 的嘛？
对，我是用 iOS。
很多人讲iOS 的都没有收到。
对，是真的没有收到。这样你有收到吗？
我是 Android 华为，可是华为也不一定每一个型号都会收到。然后他们 响的时候哦，是一种很特别啊，很震动很多，然后很特别的奇怪的铃声，
咣咣咣咣咣，
是它就很多叮叮当，就它会忽然间
哦
谷歌发出的那种特效音来的。
哇哦，
对，很新奇，是地震通知。那时候我很多 group 里面都在疯传。
Oh my god，
是，
我是想收到啦，我是想看一下
是
到底
我也是很
怎样的啦
好。奇他们怎样的，就很多人会讲，诶，你们那边有地震吗？我讲哈，真的咩？然后其实哦，真的是有发生哦，我们这里有轻微震动。是收到有讲在安邦那边啦，它有一个高楼大厦区，有 feel 到轻微的震动，然后所以当时那些居民哦，很快就逃离了那些建筑物，还有消防员真的去到那边检查。
但是安邦很靠近我们呢。
是诶，可是真的很阿弥陀佛啦，我们没有收到啦。
是，你有感受到吗？
是我很怕，因为其实哦，我那时候我是住9楼。所以我真的很怕那时候真的会有什么事情发生，我还准备好 pack 好要准备走。
真的啊？
是我还有朋友很搞笑，他在那边留言那个 story note 啊 ，Instagram story note，他上面留了遗言。
哈，
是啊，讲我爱我的爸爸妈妈，然后我们
很搞笑。
是啊，过新闻出来的时候才讲，哦，原来是印尼那边北苏门答腊那边发生啦，只是我们这边可能会有影响到，所以大家要小心
这样我是没有诶，我是真的是一觉睡到天亮，然后我第二天早上起来看到新闻，我才知道这件事情发生了。
对，真的。好啦。
我们先进一下song break，节目回来以后，我们再继续讨论，为大家送上一首来自 Blackie 李正豪的《对不起，是我爱你太深》，继续留守 Thai Radio。
就别爱了，不再犹豫了。朋友我睡，别管了，此时此刻一定陷入沼泽。朋友都叫我去追，不要再无止境一直下坠。比起我一直下坠，我现在更不想的事情面对。他们都说你有机会，让你还是赶紧给他表个白。不然到时你也学会，微微手再和他 say goodbye。现在的我好心累，我们才相处几个礼拜，讲告白会失败，怎么想都有点奇怪。别犹豫走我女孩，我让你充满你爱，出门前给你交代，未来的我们会幸福愉快，带给你可乐爽快，避开那危险地带，吹海风特别凉快，别跟我说你都还不期待。Yo bro， 都爱去喝咖啡让自己受罪。Yo bro， 明知道他喜欢还那么多嘴，告诉你我不再怕，面对我过去的话 you know 都没想过这竟是我最大的谎话。那我重来一次，总是自己不让自己再过，拿垃圾做戏就让音乐扫平那水中烈火，不管能不能赢都为了生活愿就会唱到情歌，把全部的烦恼都统统带过别再困了让这旋律带着你一起穿破，跟着我唱着情歌，就算它不是情歌，每天在听抒情歌，别最后变抒情歌。跟着我唱着情歌，别管它情不情歌，听我唱就是情歌，难过就唱着情歌。侧脸正脸自恋着大眼，不停地在我的脑海里循环，要问米饭别烦，先吃饭，别管它那么多，可以躺在我肩膀，还以为遇到对的人，怕真心交出多真诚，到头来也奋不顾身，虚惊一场又熬灵魂 好运很多，只有自己下的遍体鳞伤，完全意味着这个轻微砒霜。
呦呦呦，大家好，欢迎回来，我是 Jessie 林伟琪。
呦呦呦，欢迎回来，我是 Angela 曾明义。
哇，那最近我们马来西亚最 trendy 的事情莫过于斋戒月了。
Puasa Hari Puasa，
大家都在去 Ramadan Puasa。
是，
你有去吗？
有他们的东西很好吃怎么办？又是吃啊，又是吃啊。
对，但是 other than this 我觉得最近真的是有发生了一件事情，我觉得很抓我的眼球。
什么事情？
这件事情很值得拿来讨论。
关于 Puasa 的吗？
对，就是我们这个斋戒月敲钟。撒户时段敲钟的这个事件，知道吗？
撒户时段是凌晨。
对对对，就这个斋戒月的时候啊，对对，我们的穆斯林同胞们，他们都会在这个封斋，就是我们所讲的撒户之前呢，他们会起来吃饭呐。那就在这个怡保这个达曼克雷邦布特拉湾这里啊，这个达曼里面就发生了一起大型无语事件。
怎么无语法？我好像听过来讲一下。
对对，就是50位个大人小孩啦，他们就一起手拿这个手鼓，在这个住宅区里面游行一面敲打一面游行，就叫所有的穆斯林一起来吃那个封斋饭啊。对
，OK。
而且这个全程啦半个小时，走完整个甘蹦，大概3 km 的路程啦，所以大家都会被他吵醒。
我的天哪！
对，
这样其实我觉得啦，因为我们不要讲什么啦，就因为那个地区的话，不要讲是不是真的是全部都是住完穆斯林还是什么，我觉得一个正常的人忽然间半夜被吵醒来，无论是什么人都会
很悲催。
是啦，就你睡到好好，忽然间半夜起来被叫吃饭。而且也不是真的每个人都有那个时间肚子饿啊。
对，不要讲是其他的种族啦，就是有一些可能没有斋戒的穆斯林啊，可能老人啊，还是小孩啊，或者是孕妇，就睡到晚上半夜的时候就会被他吵醒了。
哇，我孕妇难得有人睡觉半夜还要这样被吵醒。
对，所以其实很多网民就有说，其实如果就是他们是以一个穆斯林来讲的话啦，
对，
如果他们遇到这种状况，他们会很悲催，因为现在这个 modern 的时代啊，大家都有 alarm。
是对，他们自己会 set alarm 自己起来。如果他们要吃沙户的话，就不需要真的走完。很像那个叫什么啊？那时候我们每次看 TVBC 的时候啊，他就会那种佛祖那种有人敲人家那种，真的，他真的是有那种半夜每天去经过去敲人家讲敲醒火烛，因为太热了那种这样的类似这样的话。
Oh my god！
我就觉得哇，很像听到的时候
很像。就我突然间也想到一个很像的东西，
什么？
就是我们的妈妈。可怕的妈妈，就是我们周末可以睡到很爽的时候，突然间起来了，太阳晒屁股了，11点了还不要起来。
没有，我跟你讲，我觉得每个妈妈都有个很统一的习惯，就是每次我们明明差不多时间已经差不多，其实10点9点而已，他跟你讲已经12点了，快点起来。然后我一起来，我真的是起来一看时间。还没有这样久嘞，才几点？
是会真的很不爽啦。但是他们就是有 mention 到这群穆斯林就讲，他们的目的是想要就是发扬传承这个传统的文化还有习俗啦。但是我是觉得。
是，你就有人讲了他其实 set alarm 这些，我觉得都可以啊，就每个人都已经就不是，我觉得也要站在每个人的角度去想啦。有些上班族真的很累，然后上到很夜，然后熬夜难得可以睡，那一下子还要被吵醒叫起来，我觉得，就你要传文化可以，可是我觉得你有没有想过你的行为可能很扰民？
对，而且我觉得就是以前的这个习俗，可能他们以前没有这种smartphone 还是什么，可能他们没有 alarm 他们需要这一种来叫醒他们。但是我们现在这个时代已经有 smartphone 有闹钟什么东西了，我就觉得可能以前的那一套已经放在我们现代的生活已经
不管用。
对，不管用了吧？
是啊，真的。
所以大家其实对这项传统文化需要流传发扬下去，还是觉得这个行为很扰民嘞。
对。
那底下留言你的想法，让我们知道。先为大家送上一首来自包恒英的《阿炮》，继续留守 CHIT-CHA Radio。
不想就这样被打败，无法轻易把你的手 放开。不想就这样被打败，无法轻易把你的手放开。人生没有常态，需要明白的都该明白，还要一路上有你在。Look at me now, I'm flying high。孤单不在意你的爱，伴我度无数个 midnight。那天晚上，我的爸爸妈妈告诉我，时间太少了，你要勇敢追自己的梦。外面的世界很大，请你别忘了初衷。没去想太多，直到长大以后才慢慢发现。Life is a sometimes， 不想让他们担心，笑着说 I will be fine。也曾经偷偷流泪，浸湿了我口袋。我想我还来自那虚脱的色，却决心我不再是傻。其实真的不想辜负所有期待，也想要抓了那浪漫也装进我口袋，懂梦懂醒来，却还在原地徘徊。多想离开，从这人山海，去守护我所爱。不必期待，有我在，相信我一定 be alright。风雨过后便是云彩，只要我能够熬过来。不想就这样被打败，无法轻易把你的手放开。人生没有常态，需要明白的都该明白，还要一路上有你在。Look at me now, I'm flying high。孤单不在意你的爱，伴我度无数个 midnight。
哟，大家好，欢迎回来，我是 Jessie 林伟琪。
欢迎回来，我是 Angela 曾明仪。
那今天我们来到他 So Trendy 的第3个 segment 啦。他 So Trendy 的第3个 segment， 我们照样讲一些比较 trendy 的事情哦。是。最近席卷各大榜单的一首新歌啦。
来，给我猜一下，是什么歌啊？来，我们最近算一下曲子，算最近好听的歌。
给你一点 hint。来，是 K-pop 来的。
K-pop 啊，我懂了。Jisoo 的 Flower。
马加油！对的。
到无论是哪个 KOL 啊，我们那些都会一直在拍。
对啦，那最近嘞，大家应该会被这首歌一直的疯狂的刷屏，因为很多人一直在拍这个 cover。
真的，他那个手势，那个花的手势，
对 ，OK。那我觉得大家应该在 IG Reels 啊，还是 TikTok 啊、抖音啊，甚至小红书上面都可以看到这首翻跳啦，真的很多人翻跳。然后我觉得这些人很有心啦，不是普通翻跳吧，还去模仿他们的服装啊，
而且他们还准备 props 啊那种，还有
他的花。
对，我看过 Justina， 她的这服装跟
是真的
跟Jisoo的很像
对，我是有心，真的，那就恭喜 Blackpink 的成员 Jisoo 带着他的新歌 Flower 以 solo 歌手出道啦。那其实粉丝们呢 ，as a K-pop 粉，我是一个称职的 Blink，
对，我看得出，
就已经等了很久了。
真的，那时候我从我懂 Blackpink 开始啦，因为虽然我不是有关注 Blackpink， 我是路人粉，可是我经过我看哦，就很多人成员都已经有他们的 solo 啊。
对，
好像Jennie 是第一个嘛，她的 solo， 然后过后就到 Lisa， 然后过后到 Rose， 然后过后我就很多人都在等Jisoo几时。对，
那左盼右盼，对，今年2023年他终于带着他的 solo 专辑来了啦。那其实跟大家分享一个小插曲，一个小故事。
来，
其实因为今年 Blackpink 不是来大马已经开演唱会了嘛？
对呀。
其实我跟你说，这个 Jisoo comeback 的消息，就是在大马的演唱会过后那一天 ，Jisoo 就 post 了。
哈，
对。
所以你是讲他，因为他有来2场嘛，一场 encore， 一场是第一场。你是讲他 encore 过 post 还是第一场？
没有，第一场 encore 还没有来，encore 还没有来。对，他那一场一完了，隔天他就 post。
他就 post 他自己会回归的消息。
对，而且重点是这个巧合，我不知道是不是大马的关系，大马这个地理位置很好还是怎样，就是在4年前，Blackpink 也是来马来西亚开演唱会的时候，当时候 Blackpink 的这个演唱会一完Jennie 就 post 还要 come back。
所以都是因为 大马的关系？
没有啦，就是可能就是个巧合，我是觉得很巧啦。
可是这样的话很宠粉如果我是站在我一个粉丝的角度来看，我就觉得他们很宠粉，从马来西亚粉丝。
但是as 马来西亚粉丝啊，我会觉得你在我们这一场过后才宣布，这样不是其他场的都可以看你的 solo， 我们就没有得看对不对？
这也对。
对啦，那其实。哎呀，就是你有听过这首歌了吗？
我有听过，其实因为我讲我是路人粉，所以我不会特地去关注他们的新歌。可是为什么我会懂这首歌？因为真的很洗脑，那个旋律啊，无论是怎样，对，就真的，我一看我真的是刷 IG Reels 嘛，然后我都会看到这个手势，我一看到的时候来了这首歌，一定来了。
这样其实我就分享一下我 as a 粉丝，我看这首歌的听这首歌，还有看这首歌 MV。第一印象还有现在印象其实是改变了一开始的时候，我听这首歌的时候，我会觉得平平淡淡的。是
我那时候我有听到很多人讲什么不是很好听，就还好，就只是旋律没有这样吸引比起别人的 solo。可是听久了很上头。对，它真的很上头，就是听久了，其实我觉得还就是很体现激素本人的特质，因为这首歌它带出很多很 Korean 很韩国民族的这些传统文化，然后很激素很女人味，就很这样。对 Lisa 这样子来 ，Lisa 她就走比较可能一个酷少年感的风格，但是激素她一直以来给别人的一个形象都是比较有女人味一点的，是很，所以我就觉得很激素。 真的，那 flower 嘛，对不对？
对，讲到 flower，
我又想到 Lisa 了。
对，你有看最近的新闻？
有看最近，他之前讲到 Lisa 的那个名字的那个花，对不对？
对 ，Oh my god， 我觉得最近 Blackpink 怎么了？走花路了吗？
可能是因为配合了这个激素的那个新歌，所以他们就有带出了这个消息。对
啦，那最近我们来分享一下这个。泰国的清迈大学一些研究人员就发现了一种很稀奇，然后将近要濒临绝种的一种植物它是一种开花植物，它会开花的，但是它长得真的很像青辣椒，很丑。它真的很像青辣椒，青青色一条样子。它
味道是怎样的？
它是说它会开花的，它是很香的，很香的。
所以它是花，只是它长得有点不好看。
对，它真的很像辣椒。
OK，
那为什么会以 Lisa 来命名呢？因为就是 Lisa 她激励了这些博士生加入这个研究团队，所以他们就决定用 Lisa 的名字来命名致敬 Lisa 这样子是不知道 Lisa 有没有看到这个报道
希望 Lisa 有看到，她应该会回应我觉得。
对啦，
很 sweet 哇，因为她命名这个哇，
对，我也是觉得很 sweet 啦。
是
那。我们今天的节目应该就到此为止了。
是，又到了要交班的时间了。
对，那其实我们 CHIT-CHA Radio 也会 post 一个关于激素 flower 的一个 reels 想要看的话可以留守我们的 Facebook IG 来 follow 我们，这样我们 post 什么好玩又有趣的资讯的时候，你就可以第一时间收到啦。
是啦，这样 song break 过后也会有 Michelle 和子琪主持的 CHIT-CHA 踏闲聊，记得要继续留守 CHIT Radio 哦。
我是 Jessie 林伟琪，
我是 Angela 曾明仪，
她 so trendy， 她很潮，我们下期再见，拜拜。
This my fear, this my life, inevitable. No one cares, cold and tired. Make me stay inside to there. Even if I lose to this, I still hope for the miracle. God and mercy, are you with me? Hopeless eye, sharp as words. Hit my broken heart. I am scared, I'm crying. Can I escape from this cave? Even if I lose to this, I still hope for the miracle. Is there someone who looks like me? I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can my true words break? But I don't care, nothing can stop me anymore. All the things I want to do this time. I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can nobody listen, but I don't care. Let me just release everything. All the things I want to do this time. Just shout it out. Never fall, even small. We are witness to the world. We are brave, we are the wave. We are marching through the way. Even if I lose to this, I still hope for the miracle. We are someone impossible. I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can my true words break, but I don't care. Nothing can stop me anymore. All the things I want to do this time. I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can I want to shout it out, shout it out. Where can nobody listen, but I don't care. Let me just release everything. All the things I want to do this time. We are not monsters, we are the special. Is there a place for us to live higher? We are not monsters, we are the special. There are no difference between you and me. Monster, we are the special. Is there a place for us to live higher? We are not monsters, we are the special. There are no difference between you and me. I want to show it out, show it out. Where can I want to show it out, show it out. Where can my true words break, but I don't care. Nothing can stop me anymore. All the things I want to do this time. I want to show it out, show it out. Where can I want to show it out, show it out. Where can nobody listen, but I don't care. Let me just release everything. All the things I want to do this time. Just show it out.
Good afternoon, I'm Wei Yan. You are listening to TAR News.
The Court of Appeal has freed Sam Curtin from her conviction for reckless driving or dangerous driving in Basikolaja case 6 years ago, which caused 8 teenagers to die. The panel chaired by Dr. Hataria Said Ismail ruled in favor of Sam's appeal and cancelled her 6-year jail sentence and 6,000 ringgit fine. She also said that the charge was defective and the conviction was also incorrect. Therefore, the appeal is allowed. Some said that she is still haunted by the road accident that happened in Johor Bahru back in 2017.
Salam sejahtera kepada ibu bapa dan keluarga, kepada adik-adik, Azri Danish, Zulkifli, Syarul Izwan, Arizani, Feda Danish, Muhammad Azhar, Fauzan Hamijan, Azhar Amin, Haris Iskandar Abdullah, Syarul Nizam Marudin, Haizan Tasrin. Saya mengaku tak aku bahawa saya telah membantu kereta yang telah menempatkan kematian kepada anak-anak anda yang disayangi. Menurut demikian, Kemalangan tersebut bukanlah disengaja oleh saya. Saya merasakan secara simpati kepada nasib anda atas pemikiran awak. Sepanjang 6 tahun kes ini, saya sentiasa terfikir dan merenung tentang bagaimanakah kehidupan harian dan harapan masa depan yang awal. Mungkin menikmati di sisi keluarga tersayang. Apa yang dikata oleh saya di sini tidak mencukupi untuk membawa kementeraman kepada kehidupan anda yang saya percaya saling bercampur dengan berbagai perasaan yang tidak patut dialami.
Heat wave seizes Malaysia's northern states. Scorching heat and moderate air pollution has made Perlis, Kedah and Penang a hotspot. It is because of the combination of cloudless skies and humid weather. According to Penang State Environment Committee's chairman Fei Bunpo, there are worries that the temperatures may increase further as Thailand faces unprecedented high temperatures these days, which is as high as 45 degrees Celsius. He said that we are moving into inter-monsoon period from May until July, whereby the ocean heats up and there is hot wind with no rain. Fee also advised the public, especially those who live in high-rise buildings, not to overuse air conditioners as it would worsen the situation. Badminton Association of Malaysia BAM are pushing for Datuk Lee Chong Wei to become team manager of the Road to Gold RTG badminton team to the 2024 Paris Olympics Games. According to BAM in a statement, they will propose his name to the RTG committee. BAM President Tan Sri Muhammad Norza Zakaria said Chong Wei is an ideal candidate for the task based on his experience and knowledge in badminton. Chong Wei, who is a member of BAM Technical Advisory Panel, said that he was happy to guide Malaysia's gold medal contenders and has vowed to assist the players for achieving glory next year. He also said the appointment as team manager means an increased concentration on badminton and a more active hand in helping them with their preparations. Veteran Hong Kong actor Richard Ng Yu-hon has passed away on Sunday at the age of 83 after suffering from many age-related ailments. According to Hong Kong news agency Hong Kong 01, Ng's family members received a notification on 9th of April from his doctors to come to the hospital and say their last goodbyes, as he might not survive long. Ng's heart had reportedly stopped and he was on life support. The doctor eventually confirmed his passing by signing his death certificate. Ng was best known for 5 Lucky Stars franchise and other comedic roles in 1980s and 1990s. He was twice nominated for Best Actor Award at Hong Kong Film Awards for his performance in Winners and Sinners, which started the Lucky Star series and Beyond the Sunset.
Thanks for listening. I'm Wei Yan. Have a good day ahead.
Hey Fendi, do you know that there is a good-looking guy in our school who is very good at playing basketball?
Yes, the boy is very handsome and his smile is attracting me.
Right! I don't know if there is a chance to see him at school. Wow, I still don't know his name yet leh.
Mandy, look over there. He's walking towards us.
Hello. Can you turn off the water tap first when you want to talk? It is a waste of water.
Oops, sorry.
Close the tap. Save water. Don't create unnecessary wastage.
Tar Radio, a voice with you around the campus.
Good morning, everyone. Now you are guys still alive. Since I hope you are doing well with your assignments, yeah?
Yeah, already week 9, so we don't queue assignments anymore lah. I think you guys are also bored with assignments already. So, Michelle, I want to share with you an incident which recently I swiped the IG and Xiaohongshu and noticed that the PV area and even our campus area have many sexual harassment happen. Do you know that?
Yeah, actually, just leaving aside the pool incident, my friends was there last Friday, in the parking area outside the campus. She made a private
like doing obscene things in front of her. Huh? But fortunately, her car door was locked, so the prefect could only make the threatening action outside the car. But actually, it's impossible to imagine that what terrible things will happen if her car didn't lock. Yeah.
This is quite a coincidence, Michelle. My friend said she also met the guys. I'm not sure if it is the same guys, but I think it is quite dangerous and scary because it's happened around our campus.
Yeah, it actually, girls really need to protect themselves lah. Even though, we are just uni students, we are still young. But usually when you encounter this kind of thing, the first reaction is actually for me. I think before I was stunned, and I don't know how to react about this kind of issue happens. So, but girls will help girls. So two of us are here with you to discuss this kind of issue about sexual harassment topic.
CHIT-CHA 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 胎儿闲聊
Then if talk about sexual harassment, then Michelle, I want to ask, what is the real meaning of sexual harassment? Is it a boy touch a girl, then it's called sexual harassment already?
Actually, we had consult a lawyer, Mr. Joe. Sexual harassment is the use of verbal, non-verbal, psychological, or physical behavior of a sexual connotation to harass a victim. So, sexual harassment creates a threatening, intimidating, or hostile studies, work, or living environment. So, women can be sexually harassed in different places, including the street, public transportation, and most commonly is in the workplace.
Yeah, the lawyer also mentioned that if a person feels disgusted or threatened by another person's behavior, it is likely to be sexual harassment. So guys, whether boys or girls, if others' action make you feel uncomfortable, don't hesitate. It is sexual harassment. Any add-on, Michelle?
We usually think that only the opposite sex can be sexually harassed, but it's not, totally not. Both men or women can be the victims or the harasser. So sexual harassment can be happen between the people of opposite sex or the same sex. So or the people between different or the same classes. This kind of issue will happen in sexual harassment.
Yeah, actually before that I always think that sexual harassment will happen between male and female only. I never think that boys can sexually harass boys or girls can sexually harass girls. After the consultation from the lawyer, then I know. So also the lawyer had said some actions that can be considered as sexual harassment. Michelle, can you talk about it?
Actually, sexual harassment can occur in different forms, including the physical, visual, or psychological, or verbal or non-verbal that I had mentioned just now. But the so-called cycle includes the inappropriate touching or hugging or massaging on the other party's body to or stand very close very purposely to stand close lah. But vision includes like sexually suggestive looking or gesturing or displaying pornography material and exposing one's private parts. Just like the parking incidents. But from the about the non-verbals means sending sexually suggestive videos or photos through the sexually suggestive gesture.
Oh my god, now I'm just listening to your description. I feel very disgusted already. I can't imagine those victims who are facing these problems. So another one is psychological harassment that you have mentioned just now. I think in this part we can let you guys hear the lawyer's explanation as we have recorded the soundbite with his permission while interviewing him about 2 days ago. Because I think his explanation can make you guys more clear about it.
The definition for sexual harassment can only be found in Section 2 of the Employment Act, whereby, I quote, it defines sexual harassment as any unwanted conduct of sexual nature in any form, whether verbal, non-verbal, visual, gestural, or physical, directed at a person which is reasonably offensive or humiliating, or is a threat to his well-being. So, in layman terms, what does it mean? It means that any act which can reasonably be offending or humiliating, regardless of gender, whether you are male or female, regardless of place, whether it is in a school place, whereby in your situation, for instance, can amount to sexual harassment. So let me give you a few situations when someone says something that is inappropriate and is sexual in nature. Can it can it be sexual harassment? Yes, possible. When someone stalks you in a school, in the workplace, can it be sexual harassment? Yes, possible as well. So the latest definition of sexual harassment, it covers a wide variety of acts. So even a touch, a look, a gesture, for example, a middle finger, can actually amount to sexual harassment. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is the best important point, as I know that many of us can't even realize that this kind of act are considered as sexual harassment.
Yeah, actually it's true. I totally agree with it. So everyone really knows what sexual harassment is. Otherwise, you are offended and you even don't know you had been offended by yourself. So let us listen what Mr. Joe had mentioned.
If a normal photo so cannot consider as sexual harassment, right?
Not to say so, but for example, if you are taking a photo of a normal person, okay, he or she is just wearing properly, you took his or her photo, and in comparison, you are taking a photo whereby he or she is naked. Of course, the photos which you are taking, the person is naked. Of course, that would constitute sexual harassment more than the one who is wearing properly normally . So the weight to prove sexual harassment is different in different circumstances. Yeah. So I think you need to clarify whether you are talking about a photo whereby the person is wearing clothing, or a photo that the person is naked. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I think now everyone can understand about sexual harassment, but I think some of us have a question, which is, if the perpetrator is a minor, or we said he or she is underage, will he or she suffer the same punishment? So let us listen to what the lawyer said.
Really harassed is underage, will he be subject to the same criminal law?
Okay, so when you're talking about underage, in terms of criminal, we are talking about in terms of criminal, a minor, which is a person who is underage, is a person who is aged under 18 years old. So 17, okay, you're a child, okay, you're a minor. But once you're 18, no, you're not a minor. So anyone who is under the age of 18, which is 17 and below, is a minor. So if you are a minor, the punishment is of course different when compared to an adult. So under Section 96 of the Child Act, it provides that there's two situations. There are two situations. One, if the child is 14 years below, 14 years and below, we are talking about 14 years and below. So for a child that is 14 years and below, he cannot be imprisoned, which means that no prison sentence for him. Okay. Totally no prison. You can only go for probation, whereby probation means that you go out on good behavior, you report your stuff to the police station, or he's sent to Henry Gurney School, special schools for kids like this. Okay, this is the first situation. Another situation is that he's above 14, but below 18. He or she is still a minor. But again, the law says that if the court thinks that it is not necessary for him to be imprisoned, for example, the court thinks that, can go by probation, can go by fine, or send him to Henry Gurney School, then the court must not imprison him. Must not, shall not, means that the court cannot imprison him. Unless the court thinks that, that after looking at the whole case, the acts of the accused person is too serious, the court has no choice, must send him into prison. Only then the court can send him into prison. So no matter how, in general terms, the punishment for a minor will be lighter compared to an adult. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is there sexual harassment between same sex?
Okay. Let's look back at the definition of sexual harassment. Okay, as I've stated just now, sexual harassment is all-encompassing. If you listen closely, they do not define, only male can harass female, only female can harass male, or only male can harass male. They didn't say that specifically. They only stated that acts which can humiliate a person, or downgrade a person. So if today it is an inappropriate action from a male against a male, or vice versa, a female against a female, it is still sexual harassment as long as the act fall within the definition of sexual harassment. Yeah. And then, I would like to add on, like just as I have stated, because we do not have specific provisions for sexual harassment in criminal law. So, as I've stated just now, as long as the act fall within the definition of the criminal law, the criminal provisions that I've said just now, then the prosecution can charge, no matter male, female, male, female, male, no issues, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, well, a few days ago, we had also asked everyone if they had experience as a victim of the sexual harassment and how did you deal with it. And actually, we have seen about the comment that seeing everyone has encountered, some of them had encountered sexual harassment incident more or less. Then I want to say that is being sexually harassed is actually not the victim's fault. But it's the perpetrators' issues lah. So what we can do is we should speak out when encountering this kind of thing, and otherwise sexual harassment incident will become more and more serious.
Yeah, but some victims dare not speak out or take action because of fear or some reasons. After the music, we will discuss with you why the victims dare not speak up and the harm that should be caused by sexual harassment to the victims and whether there is any good way to handle it. Remember to stay on the Thai Radio.
Cause you are my girl, my girl， 你需要时我在这儿，我在这儿，你就像个小百合，百合，我的生活没有天分，刚好你出现在这，我想要带你出门去走走，因为今天太闷，到了那边后才发现今天晚又没开门。Please show me love, show me love， 你是唯一的选择，我会记得那一刻，我对你动心了，想与你做的事还没开始，已经在忙了。你的香味挥之不去，停留在我脑海。你是晴天，怎么会变？我说的情话会实现，每分每秒只想带着你飘到我的思念。My heart 聊的没有解开方法，你闯进我的心房，用了甜甜的方法。你的号码，我给的备注是宝啊，这是爱吗？还是小时候的童话？我没在说大话，对你的爱放大，不管你有多么火辣。快点准备，让谎言作废，越来越暧昧，让那些质疑你我的外人全部闭上嘴。Cause you're my girl， 对你的爱意我没有办法改，你的外号好多，但我只想叫你小可爱。怎么睡？我该怎么睡？没有你的夜，就像没了电的相机，应该怎么拍照片 ？Yeah, my girl, my girl， 你需要时我在这儿，我在这儿，你就像个小百合，百合。没有天分，刚好你出现在这儿。我把你放心上，怎么有点紧张？你声不吭也没有出声，突然闯进我心房。你就像一朵小百合 ，Running you're my girl， 请你给我一次机会，让我紧紧手满了。You're my girl，my 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 girl。
CHIT-CHA 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 胎儿闲聊。
Alright, welcome back to CHIT-CHA. Just now we had mentioned about most victims will keep quiet and they will face when they face sexual harassment, right?
Yeah, actually just now I have imagined that I am a victim of sexual harassment. It is very scary and I confirm will feel helpless and don't know what to do. So those who have encountered this kind of thing, they might be very brave to speak.
Yeah, actually I totally agree what Tzu had mentioned. Beside that, we have actually to consult the counselor teacher about why the victims were afraid to speak out, and based on the question, the Miss have give this kind of answer, like many victims choose to remain silent because they are ashamed of society. They believe that if a report is made to the police, no strict action can be taken against criminals. This is because with the power of law, anyone can be freed from any accusation. If the victim is married, they worry that the relationship will be affected and cause divorce will occur. And the victim is also also worried that his career will be affected if this issue continues. So victims are also afraid of the criminal response. Besides that, threatening the victim with harm and spreading pornography image may happen to the victim. This is the thing that worries the victim, and the victim will act silent is better.
Yeah, actually I understand this kind of mindset. I understand why they not speak out. And I think besides of they feel ashamed, I think many of us also will think that hiya, I do report is also meaningless.
Yeah.
The police will ignore my report one. Or hiya, even if I go report, the perpetrator also will not be arrested.
Yeah.
I think we should not have this kind of mindset, because calling the police, making a report is our responsibility. We need the police to know that I have been sexual harassment today. At which place, at what time, harassed by who. The rest about investigation, about the report or anything is not in our consideration actually. We just did what we should do. At least we have done our responsibility.
Yes.
So now, if you are still concerned about the case, if you are unsatisfied with the result after investigation, you could appoint a lawyer to represent you or to seek assistance from public figures to raise awareness of your case. So now, the lawyer has given you an example. You guys can listen to what he said.
For example, I think you can imagine if you are the victim, you yourself go to the police officer, you make the report yourself. Sometimes the police will think, oh, okay just a normal victim. You know, I can just do whatever I can I don't need to go give all out because I don't mean to. I don't mean to defame, but sometimes police work in such way, okay? But imagine another situation, you the victim, go to the police with a lawyer. The lawyer helps you to communicate with the police officer. The lawyer helps you to deal with the officer. Of course, the officer will feel pressured because he or she knows that you are represented, so he will put more effort into it Yeah, that's the thing And then not to say it's 100% workable, but it's still for short Your chances of getting a review is much more higher Yeah.
Yeah. So also when met this kind of cases like sexual harassment, first thing first, you have to stop the harassment at once. If it's physically, you can stop me no matter what. Let's say just don't touch me. This kind of issue, you had say it. But if it is virtual harassment, then just try to avoid it, like block the message, this kind of thing. Now, you would need to start collecting the evidence, like any evidence can help you to prove your case, like the diary or message screenshot, this kind of thing. And many of the sexual harassment cases are the victim words against the perpetrator words. So evidence, even is not the directly evidence, but it's also important to you to prove your allegations.
Yeah, a lot of evidence could help victims to proving the case, such as message, call records, personal diary recording the incident, photos, videos of the incident, or leading to the inference of the incident, CCTV recording also, medical reports, and also psychological reports.
Yeah, so the first thing we will do is collect the evidence and then call the police. But just now I mentioned you have to stun if you face this kind of issue. What if we don't have the enough evidence? Maybe like we didn't have the screenshots or it is face to face. It doesn't have anybody proof. So let us listen to the explanation of the Mr. Joe.
For example, if I'm sexually harassed right now, but there is no valid evidence such as, for example, I was touched by someone, but there is no video to prove the action. So is it useful to report to police in this case?
Okay, there's two parts of this question. First, there are lack of evidences, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing is that since there's lack of evidences, should I make a police report? First, I would like to answer the first part of the question first. What do you do when there's not enough evidences? I think this is the most important thing because one thing I must let everyone know is that in cases of sexual harassment, it is often often victim's words against the harasser words. So for example, I'm harassed. I say that you harassed me, but you say that, oh, don't have I didn't harass her. I didn't harass him. Usually it's like this, right? Cases of sexual harassment are like this. So evidences are very important. Evidences can prove who is saying the truth who is lying. So what evidences are relevant in cases like this? Messages, of course, call records, okay, personal diary. If you are a person which you have a habit of writing personal diary, if your personal diary recorded the incident, it can be an evidence as well. Okay, photos or videos of the incident or leading to the inference of that incident. Okay, CCTV recording, medical reports, psychological reports. All of these evidences can be used. So, for example, if you don't have any of these evidences, what I would suggest is that okay, before I suggest, I must warn that this is a very controversial way of obtaining evidence. But usually what I would advise my client is that we lure the harasser to admit his own doings. Okay, there's no specific way, but let me give you an example. I would advise my client, okay, I will tell her usually, you go and message the harasser, you tell him, you confront him directly, you ask him, hey, why you touch me, for example, or why you touch my body at this morning, for example. And then usually the harasser will be shocked. They will caught off guard, and then they'll actually admit one. They will say that, oh, no lah, I thought you consented to it. I thought that you're okay for me to touch, or maybe he'll deny. Say, oh, come here, didn't. Then you can press him. You can press him further, and then at a certain moment, he will actually directly or indirectly admit he has done the X one. So, as long as you have such evidences, the police can actually start the investigation. But if you don't have anything, you just go to the police station and say, oh, he or she harassed me. What do you want the police to do? They can't do anything because you don't have evidence, man. Maybe you are defaming as well. You are not saying the truth. I can be honest with you. Some of the victims are not the victims. Some of the person making police report, they are lying. It is not the truth. Yeah, it's not true. I've done cases like this as well. The person is not saying the truth. So the police must have certain evidence to act upon the report for them to investigate. So this is the first part where we are talking, okay, lack of evidences. So the second part, should you make a police report? Yes, you should always make a police report. Even if after you try to lure the harasser in admitting, he don't admit, or you really don't have any evidences, you should still make a police report for a very simple reason. Because police report, it is like a record. Okay, it's like a record. You need to put on record all your statements. Okay, so for example, if there's any similar situation which happen in the future, so for example today, example lah, okay, for academic purposes, Michelle harassed me, but I don't have any evidences. So I go to the police and I inform them that, Michelle harassed me, just to put on record. The police will investigate, it's okay, but I just want to put on record. So 2 months later, Michelle harassed me again, but this time I have evidences. I go to the police officer, I tell the police the whole story again. Okay, previously I had made a report, Michelle has harassed me, and this time she has harassed me again, and then I have evidences this time. So your case would be even more solid because previously you already made a report, there's a record there. So this time the police can act on it. It is the second time already. Yeah, so it is always useful to make a police report. Yeah.
Yeah, first thing first, I didn't harass anyone before. But okay, in the conclusion is actually what we want to do the program for today is to help you guys. If you guys face this kind of issue, please just don't be silent and then you have to speak out. Even though there is no evidence, there is no people to speak out with you, there's no people to prove you about this kind of issue, but no worries, you just go to report and go to take action. At least you are protecting yourself. Yeah, so I think this kind of program may help you in your future, or I hope it doesn't use in the future, but if it happen, you just go away to be brave and speak it out. Don't be afraid, because it's not your fault. So alright, our conclusion is done. So the evidence is important. Without evidence, you have to just report to the police, and our program will end here. So I hope you can use line. Don't use it, okay. So see you next time. And last we have to thank you for our consultant. So see you next time. Happy Friday.
Bye bye. See you.